Alright, we are back with another D&D movie time, and today I want to start off by saying Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And what better way to spend Father's Day than to sit back and enjoy a good comedy with Beverly Hills Cop. But we've already watched the first Beverly Hills Cop, so today we'll be giving you a double shot review of Beverly Hills Cop II and Beverly Hills Cop III. So Cora, what do you remember from the first Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy? Quick. Basically what?
So basically, a cop is on break, and he is with his best friend. His best friend leaves, and then his best friend gets killed. He goes ahead, looks to go for the problem, even though his boss told him not to go for the problem. He gets in jail 2 times, or 3, I don't know. Then he figures it out. He gets a broken arm, and the end. Short version.
He gets shot in the arm, but yeah. So basically,
same thing.
What was the main character's name? Do you remember?
Eddie Murphy?
No, that's the actor's name. Axel Foley. Anyways, so yeah, basically, like she said, he goes out to Beverly Hills to investigate his friend's murder, and he makes some. They're not friends right away, but he does end up becoming friends with Taggart and Rosewood, and the chief of the Beverly Hills Police Department, Bogomil, who you've actually seen before when we watched RoboCop. Most recently, though, you saw the guy who played Bogomil. You saw him in Stargate as Senator Kingsley. Kingsley? Yeah, I think it's Kingsley. If you remember that character. I think you hated that character. Because he's always trying to get the Stargate program shut down. Remember? Anyways, but yeah, like I said, we will be watching both Beverly Hills Cop 2, then we'll do a review and our scores for Beverly Hills Cop 2, then we'll do Beverly Hills Cop 3, and then we'll finish off with our scores on that and thoughts. So, alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and launch into Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Axel Foley is back. Who is he?
I'd say he's a cop.
This is a Detroit badge. What the hell are you doing in Beverly Hills?
I'm going deep undercover. Back where he doesn't belong.
Excuse me, we're the owners of this house.
They're in Hawaii for a week while the construction's happening.
I'm Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Building Inspector.
You've stolen this house.
How do you steal a house? It's my uncle's house.
Reunited with all his old buddies.
What the hell's going on here? Who the hell are you?
I'm Johnny Wishbone, psychic extraordinaire. If you need me, just think Johnny Wishbone, and I come running. Lots on biddle. It's like kibbles on bits, but different.
Oh, this is a big mistake, a big mistake.
Would you lighten up and take some risks?
This is definitely breaking the law.
So how long shave those legs anyway?
I suppose you're trying to be charming.
Actually, I'm just offering my grooming services.
Get out of here, you degenerate! I want you out of here!
Is this a black thing?
Hey! Stay alive! You gotta break it!
I need authorization.
Authorize!
Are we having a problem here?
You happen to! Axel Foley! And this is Max. And Max kills cops for a living!
Well, it is pretty funny! Stop complaining! It's all I can find! Does the steering wheel work in this thing? I'm steering! Well, do the brakes work? I haven't tried them yet!
Kill him, burn him, blow him away.
Don't worry about a thing. What a job!
That's what I'm afraid of!
Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop II. The heat's back on.
Alright, so we just finished Beverly Hills Cop 2. I guess, so for the sake of time, I'll just quickly brief that this was about Axel Foley returning to Beverly Hills when Chief Bogomil gets shot by unknown assailant. And Axel finds out about it. He goes down to investigate, and he's uncovering the crime alongside with Taggart and Rosewood again. So, Cora, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
10 out of 10.
Normal.
I think
10 out of 10. What was your favorite part of this movie?
probably about he does a solid reference I am trying to lose. I saw you losing the force.
Yeah. That scene does have a lot of good moments. You got to see several familiar faces, but one of the faces you'll actually see again in around Christmas time in November when we watch the next Rocky movies. That tall woman, she's in one of the Rocky movies. The guy who plays Sidney, you recognized him. Who is that guy?
The dude that's from Problem Child.
Yep. And Problem Child 2. He played the principal also. Remember?
He was basically the principal.
Well, he transferred. He moved.
First, he was the kid to fight for Sidney McDoo. Then he turned to the principal. Of course, I'm pretty sure we didn't see him in the third movie, even though
We never watched the third movie.
Oh, wait. I forgot.
It had none of the returning characters as far as I know. Some other kid was playing Junior, if I remember correctly. That's why I never watched it. Anyways, so that was your favorite line, but was that your favorite scene? Yeah, I guess. Did you understand what the alphabet criminal was doing?
Stealing money and leaving notes, and think that She, yes, it's a she. Or he.
Actually, the person behind it was a guy. It was the guy she was with.
I know, but like the person that was sending them was a she.
But basically, he was stealing money to buy guns so he could turn around and sell those guns himself and triple his profit. It kind of doesn't make sense in the long run. It's like, why didn't the gun runner just sell the guns himself then? Down south and triple his profit. Why go through this other guy? So, I don't know.
But to be able, but you need the money.
I guess the only thing is he needed the a way to ship the guns, maybe.
Yeah.
But all right, moving on to my score. I have to give this a 10 out of 10. Also, this is right up there on par with the first movie. I really do enjoy how there's like no. It doesn't dip at all. Like, this is right there. I remember moments from this movie as much as I remember moments from the first movie. They are right neck and neck. So, I mean, you could ask me to say, like, which was my favorite, and I probably couldn't really pick one. I mean, the original is good. It has a lot of good moments. But this one has a lot of good moments that I remember. I want to say as much, if not more. Like the stuff with them constantly telling Billy we need to talk. Because Billy keeps pulling out all these guns. To Axel revealing that he's, been a criminal in the past. No big surprise. We did get to see a little bit more of Paul Reiser's character in this one than we did in the first one.
Yeah, my question is, how did Billy get so many guns? Was he actually buying the guns from that dude?
No, he was just buying guns, and they were all big guns and big knives, so...
I'm surprised he didn't have a literal nuke in there.
A nuke is not good. Weirdo. That's a missile. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and jump into Beverly Hills Cop 3 now. And there is a fourth movie finally coming out. It'll be out this July. So...
Can we watch it in theaters, please, 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 please?
No, it's coming to Netflix.
I want to watch it in theaters.
But anyways, we're going to go ahead and start watching Beverly Hills Cop 3. But before we do, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give you our final scores for Beverly Hills Cop 3 and our final thoughts on that. So, see y'all in a little bit.
Bye! Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're not at the end of the video.
My name's Axel Foley. I'm looking.
Hello. Welcome to the Beverly Hills Police.
Right back. Feel his body tingling. Bring that man down. Code red on the spider. Hold on tight.
Axel?
Hey, officers, I want this man arrested.
I'm sure you can explain everything, or maybe you can't explain it.
You're going back to Detroit. You have to turn yourself in, man. Why is it so hard for you to see there's something bad going on at that park? Kill him.
Surgery?
I'm like dazzled by your new look. Look at your skin and your hair. And then finally you have black hash poopies, which are totally retro, which I love. You put a really good package together.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of Guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new Guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend, Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, so we are back, and we just finished watching Beverly Hills Cop 3. So Cora, we'll start with you. Before you score it, though, let's quickly refresh what it's about. So basically, Axel is going on this raid of a chop shop, and things go south when the chop shop is taken over by some criminals who are after a truck, and they kill the people that Axel's actually after, and his boss shows up and gets in the crossfire, and he gets killed. So Axel goes to Beverly Hills to try to find his boss's killer, and it leads him to a theme park and a whole thing about counterfeiting money with real money paper and stuff. So Cora, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
A 10 out of 10.
Okay, 10 out of 10 for you. Why 10 out of 10?
It was a theme park, and you don't get any movies. We got a comedy, mixes kind of a mortal mystery thing. That takes place in theme parks. You don't get that usually, at least from what I know.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch really theme park movies. Because I don't think there's any out there.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite part of this movie?
Probably he was dressed as the elephant.
The elephant mascot part?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character? Axel?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, moving on then to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd actually have to give this one an 8.
Why?
I liked it. It's okay. It has some moments. But right away, you could tell the entire tone of the movie is very off. Like, the second one felt like it was... Yeah, it kind of felt like it was the first one over again. It had a lot of the same beats. But it had this, like, feel that went with the movie. And this one just started very differently. Like, it's trying to tell you right away, this is not going to be like the others. And it was a little disappointing. The music felt off because they modernized it for the 90s. Like, the first two came out in the 80s, and you could tell that the music was 80s. But then they put a lot more synthesizers and stuff in the music here. And there's a few brief moments where the original theme shines through when they're trying to do it. But it was not as great with the new synthesizers and stuff. The theme park aesthetic was nice, but I feel like they spent too much time in the theme park. And
it's a movie that takes place in a theme park.
And Axel wasn't really, like, trying to detect. And it felt like they brought back Serge for a cameo just because, even though he is a little bit important later, he got about as much screen time as he did in the first one. They talked about Taggart, but they didn't talk about Bogomil, who, like, the entire previous movie was about Bogomil, and they bring him up at all. They only brought up Taggart briefly, and it had a very different feeling. It's still good, but it wasn't great. It wasn't as good as the other two. I felt like there was definitely a drop in quality, and it kind of has me concerned because I think that was like a big gap between 2 and 3, and they only did 3 because like they felt like they had to do it. So now we're almost like 20 years later, over 20 years since this one came out, since 3 came out, and I don't know. I mean, Eddie Murphy's getting pretty old, and I can't imagine that the guy who plays Taggart is even still around. If he is, he's even older than Eddie Murphy or Judge Reinhold. And I've seen Judge Reinhold in other things since, like the Santa Claus movies, and he's looking pretty old too. So, I mean, unless he's like the chief of police in this next one, Axel F, which comes out on Netflix in July, I mean, yeah. I just don't know. I'm kind of concerned. I don't think that one's going to be that good. I'm hoping it'll be good, but... yeah, so... Honestly, like I said before, I'd have trouble picking between 1 and 2. But 3 would definitely be at the bottom. It wasn't bad. I do enjoy it. There are moments I do like to watch. I just felt like some of it was a little bit forced. Some of it was a little dated, and by that I mean the music. Like, it felt like it was really trying hard to be Beverly Hills Cop instead of just being Beverly Hills Cop. Like an imitation. If that makes any sense at all. Did you get any of that feeling when you watched it, Cora?
I mean, they had to put the theme park and Beverly Hills Cop, and that's kind of hard when those two don't mix together.
I mean, like I said, there was certain aspects I did enjoy. And, you know, South California, South Florida also have, like, a lot of theme parks. That's, like, one thing those two areas are known for. So I could understand having a theme park in this movie. But, like I said, I mean, there wasn't, like, there wasn't a whole lot of him doing, like, the investigation stuff. Like, that's what made the first and the second movie so good, is we are kind of going from place to place, and there's also a lot of other stuff. This is just non-stop. Oh, I'm going to try to kill this guy. You can't. I'm going to try to kill this guy. You can't. I'm going to annoy this guy. You can't. And yeah, every time Eddie keeps trying to do what he's told he can't do, and he keeps getting kicked out or stopped at the last minute, until finally, you know, and like, the bad guy wasn't even hiding the fact. Like, at least in the previous two movies, the bad guy actually resisted saying, I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. In the first movie, it wasn't until the end when they caught him. But here, like, the entire time, Eddie already knows who the guy he's looking for. And the guy he's looking for doesn't care. Like, they shot their own people. Like, you dudes have a connection to the freaking theme park. How stupid are you? And they leave their own dead bodies behind so it can be tracked to the theme park. I mean, at least in 2, that was a big thing about, oh, well, you used guns from our own place. You're stupid. And they played that into part of the plot where they set up that guy to be the patsy. So, I mean, it has its moments, but it definitely isn't on the same level as the first or the second for me. So, anything else you want to add about these movies before we go ahead and end this?
Happy Father's Day, and like I said, like, comment, subscribe.
Well, speaking of subscribing, do you know we're over 170 now? Or we're at 170 now?
Oh,
so, for Father's Day, for anybody who's made it this far in the video, thank you for helping us reach 170 subscribers. Every time we get a new set of 10, I give away a free code, as you see on screen right now. So, if you'd like to have your free code, then please go ahead, use the code. But that, if you could really do me a favor and actually comment that you claim the code, that would be amazing, because I've been doing this and I keep putting out codes and I don't know if they're claimed or not. So if you go back through our past videos, there might be several claimed videos, or there might, movies, or there could be unclaimed movies. I don't know. Unless I try to claim it, and then in which case you guys don't get it. And I don't need them, because I actually have the physical disc. So, enjoy this free movie. Thank you for helping us reach 170 subscribers. With that said, we're going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of Father's Day. We hope you and fathers out there are having a great day. Yeah. So once again, thank you. Happy Father's Day to everybody. And we will see you next week.